Hello everyone, it's Mike Lazar here, and welcome back to episode 2 of our singing technique series. Now, if you have not seen last week's episode on breathing technique, I highly recommend that you watch it. But today, we're going to be talking about the correct posture you should have when singing. Now, when you're singing, it is crucial that you have proper posture, because without proper posture, you cannot breathe correctly, and you will sound weaker, and you can wear out your joints a lot more. Now, first of all, when you're trying to establish a good posture, the first thing you should focus on is your legs and your feet. So here's what you got to do. You want your feet to be shoulder width apart and pointing out a little bit. Now, if you put them like this, it's a little uncomfortable. Or if you put it like this, it's also uncomfortable. You want it to be just a little bit pointing out, so your body is facing out and you can project more. Not only that, but you want to make sure that your feet are comfortable. If your feet are uncomfortable, find something that's comfortable for you and not be uncomfortable when you're singing. Now, the next important concept about having good posture is your knees. Now, you should never lock your knees like this. If you lock your knees, you risk fatigue and you risk passing out. These are two things you do not want to have when you're singing. So never have your knees locked. Instead, you want to have them just be natural. You want to be able to put a little bit of bend in them. You don't want to just sit like this or like this. You want to be in between. And when you're singing, just move your knees a little bit from time to time to keep the circulation going. Now, we're up to our torso and our shoulders. When you are singing, you don't want your shoulders forward like this. Nor do you want them back like this all the way, because that's uncomfortable. You want them to be just a little back, like this, and you want your chest pointing outward. You don't want your chest pointing downwards. You want your chest pointing outwards. Now, if you have your knees, feet, and your shoulder correct, your back should be straight. But if it's not, make sure that's straight but relaxed. You don't want to be all the way up like this, and you don't want to be hunched like that. Remember, with every single concept I'm telling you today, with your feet, or your knees, or your shoulders, or your back, the most important thing is that you are relaxed and able to move a little bit. Now, we have our arms. Our arms should be on our side like this, just dangling. You don't want to fiddle with your hand. You don't want to fiddle with your clothes. Just on your side, dangling. You want to be calm. When you're singing, the last thing you want to do is fidget with your clothes, because people will look at you weird, and also you're distracting yourself from the music. Finally, we have the most important element to our posture, our head. When we are singing, our head should stay straight and stable. It should be relaxed, but stable. You don't want to go like this on high notes or this on low notes. When you're doing that, you're really putting a lot of strain on your voice. And although for low notes it might sound like it's deeper and bassier, and for high notes it might sound brighter, but you don't want to do that. Because when you're doing that, you're compromising your vocal technique and you're damaging your vocal cords in order to get out a sound. Now that we've talked about singing while standing, let's talk about singing while sitting, because let's all be honest, when we're doing our practicing, we prefer to sit down. Now, when we're sitting, we want to sit at the edge of the chair like this. We do not want to sit like this or like this. You want to be attent like this. And the same rules for your feet apply. A little outward, but planted, shoulder width apart. Same rule for your hands. On your side, normal, and your shoulders a little back, and your back straight and your head straight. We are preserving the same posture standing up as we are sitting down, except we are sitting at the edge of our seat, so that we can maintain the best posture possible and have our feet planted as best as possible. I hope you found the video helpful. Today we've learned how to have good posture while standing up and while sitting down. Again, I would really appreciate if you liked and subscribed, as well as left a comment down below for any requests. Other than that, I'll see you on the next one, and have a great day.